I'm going to take a 2x2 inch square of where most of this affected brood is. So here's some, and I'm going to send it to Beltsville. They have a bee lab up there. I want to know what's going on with my hive. So I'm going to take a guess on 2x2. Beep beep, excuse me ladies. They need the brood, is what they need. Probably going to need 2 hands for this. I have scraped this up off of my frame as much as I can. And I'm going to wrap it in paper. I'm also going to take a sample of the bees because they keep flying on the ground and dying. And that's not a typical sign of EFB, but they're still trying. They're still trying. I also need a sample of 100 bees, so I have some isopropyl alcohol. I'm going to pour it into here. So it's instant death for some of these bees. I don't like killing them, but the hive is already dying and I got to do something to save it. So killing 100 to save the rest is kind of worth it for me. I don't want to pour this directly over my brood boxes because I could accidentally spill it, and I'm one of those people that will. And then I will show you how to catch 100 bees. To verify that my queen is not on this frame, and this is mainly a nectar frame, I'm taking a sample from both the brood chamber and the honey super, so I'm getting a variety of both age bees. And I'm just going to run them down like this, and they fall right into that jar. I don't want to kill them, like I said, but I have to. Beltsville has a honeybee diagnostic lab where you can send your samples for free if you live in the United States, and they will tell you what's going on in your hive. I am writing up the notes on what the symptoms are. So bees crawling all over the ground, at least 50 per day, discolored brood, yellow then turns brown, not stringy. Has pollen and nectar stores, what they're being fed, and then I want them to look for European foul brood, also American foul brood, so I'm noting that because it says your brood sample is supposed to be at least 2 inches by 2 inches, wrapped in paper or newspaper, not plastic, not aluminum, nothing that is going to lock in moisture and make it gross. So here's my brood sample, and I am rolling it into more paper just so that it's protected. I have a sample of more than 100 bees, and a lot of the ones that were dying in the front because they want to sample the ones that are actually dying. It is in a leak-proof container. I killed them with alcohol, isopropyl. However, you have to strain that off because you can't ship that. And I'm going to wrap that with bubble wrap. It costs $7.61 to send it priority. So it would have been, I don't know, probably $4.65 to send it ground. However, I want it to get there as soon as it possibly can, and it is going out today.